When the jury hears the closing arguments this morning, they may have a little trouble keeping track of all the zeros. This case involves big money and two children who claim they are entitled to their biological father's billions. Donald Bren is number 16 on Forbes' exclusive list of America's richest people. To give some perspective, Oprah is all the way down at number 141. The real estate tycoon lives on a private island off Newport Beach. And though he keeps company with powerful friends, 78-year-old Bren is a deeply private man. But he's been thrust into the spotlight by two out-of-wedlock children he fathered in the 1980s.
The issue is whether the jury perceives these kids as greedy little snots or kids who are entitled to live a lifestyle consistent with that of their father.
After paternity tests proved Bren was the father of both of former girlfriend Jennifer Gold's children, he agreed to child support estimated to be worth $9 million. But the children want more than $130 million, saying they deserve $400,000 a month retroactive to their birth.
Under California law, these kids have a right to live a life commensurate to that of their father.
Gold says Bren promised to take care of their children forever and produced what she called love notes as evidence of their relationship. But they're hardly sentimental. Jennifer, the enclosed check is for you to pick out your birthday suit. Love and kisses. Happy Valentine's Day. You see, I really do care in my own way. Love, Donald. In court, in front of his children, Bren said, "We weren't married. We weren't a family. I never told her I loved her."
To sit in a courtroom, face his children, and say, "I don't love your mother, and frankly, I really didn't want to have you." So that's the tension that's created in that courtroom.
When Donald Bren took the stand again later, he said, "I feel for the two children, but I believe I have provided for them." The jury is scheduled to begin deliberations later today to determine if those two children are entitled to millions more. David?
All right, Mike, thanks so much. And we're going to be joined now by former prosecutor Robin Sachs. She's in Los Angeles to talk more about the case. Robin, as always, good morning to you.
Good morning, David.
You heard the legal analyst there say, are these greedy little snots, or do they deserve 130 some odd million more? I'm curious what your take is on this.
Well, that is the big question. That's the question that the jury's going to have to answer. We're here in Orange County dealing with this case, and what may feel like not a lot of money, or may feel like huge amounts of money in one part of the country, may not be a lot of money here. Although looking at this, you would think that they've had ample amount of support to live the lifestyle. They've been to college. They've had all of their needs and wants taken care of. It's not like they're living in destituteness here.
I mean, if you need 130 million to survive in any county in this country, I think that's a lot of money. I'm curious, though, when they ask for that, in addition to the 9 million they've already received, do they have a case here?
Well, the question really, we have to take away the money and the amounts of money, because in the state of California, it is really a disomaster state. It's a formula that goes into a computer that determines what child support actually is or what should be. But the key to this case is that there was a prior agreement that was held up to be a valid agreement. So you would think that because that agreement was entered into by the mother of these children, that would remain valid. So the question of greed really seems apparent, because now they're coming back after their fact, after they're adults, wanting more cash.
We saw Donald Bren in the notes in court, love and kisses, but he claims he never loved her. But as Tina Turner asked it best, what's love got to do with it?
What's love got to do with it? It has nothing to do with it, actually. Not only does it have nothing to do with it legally, it has nothing to do with it from the contractual area, because there was no marriage. This isn't a spousal support case. The key and the only reason why these letters were likely even allowed to be used in court was that he seemed to not be credible, and they probably were able to use it as impeachment when he made the comments in court. I never loved my kids. I never loved her. We never had a family. There was no relationship there. Then the letters came in as a source of impeachment and saying you cannot be trusted, you can't be believed. But love has nothing to do with it, and that was probably the limiting instruction that the judge gave.
And I guess lastly, Robin, as we go, 16th richest man in America. We see how much higher on the list he is even than Oprah. Helps to put it in perspective. Are you surprised he didn't take care of this privately, settle out of court?
You would think so. There's so many different motivations that go into a case. You would think that given not only the amount of wealth, his age, and the publicity that he doesn't like, that he would have run from any sort of trial. But there are probably a lot of other issues at play, including the fact that he is now married. He has a 7-year-old now, and he may be motivated by saving face with his current wife.
All right. I know a lot of people at home are going to want to weigh in on this debate, and they can online. And Robin, as always, we appreciate your insight.
Thank you.